we had substantial number of issues in the state. And these monuments of things are appropriate that each station has a privilege to bring this message. So there is no other scope to discuss.
No, I don't think it's any achievement as such. I think it's a process, and obviously, this is a very important part of the process. As we all had mentioned in the House, all the different members across political parties have reiterated in the floor of the House that we need to find measures to ensure that the indigenous people are protected and safeguarded. So I think this is one very important step towards that. And of course, with this resolution coming out from the Assembly, it really carries a lot of weight. And of course, we will now move with the Government of India and try to urge the Government of India with this resolution to implement, or I should say, to include the state of Meghalaya in the preamble of the Bengal Eastern Frontier Act 1873. So that's going to be our strategy in the process to move forward, and we will try to plan it out in such a way that we can go at the earliest. And number two, of course, as has been discussed in the House, and suggestions have come in the House, positive suggestions have come, that we do have a lot of mechanisms which are in place. And as I've mentioned in my reply towards the end, that the government of Meghalaya has in fact taken a lot of steps to implement the Meghalaya Resident Safety and Security Act, which includes the implementation of the different task forces, which also includes the different check entry exit points that have been identified. Construction work in some of them have already started. Land development has been done. So I think a lot of steps, a lot of movement has been done, but of course more needs to be done. So now we would work and go a step forward and try to get different stakeholders on board and try to find out how existing laws and existing rules which are there could then can be used to ensure that the objective of ensuring that some kind of a safeguard is there for our local people and indigenous people will also be explored and will be worked on. So that is how we'll go forward. But I take this opportunity to thank all the members of the August House, all the political parties, the opposition especially, for understanding the needs and the understanding the sentiments of the people and going along and working together with the government when it comes to the interest of the people as a whole. And I think it's very important to also note that this is nobody's victory, nobody's loss. I think we are all in it together. And I think every stakeholder, every citizen of the state has played his or her role in ensuring that we moved forward in this positive manner. So I take this opportunity to thank all the political parties and the citizens of the state. And as Mr. Renington Lingdo Tonkar had mentioned in his speech, that this is nothing but a victory of the people. I think that is the way I would like to see it. And once again, thank all the leaders of the different political parties for having supported this government's resolution.
The beauty was that there was a collective decision resulting in adopting the resolution, and this was anticipated because all the political parties have made their stand very clear even before we came to the House on the run-up for probably even considering this proposal. And the beauty is that there was unanimity, and everybody stood together, and definitely everybody articulated appropriately as to why it is necessary today, and how the vulnerability part has to be looked at with more seriousness, and how even after this, um, we have tried to draw the attention of everyone, the August House, that there will be no space, no room for complacency, keeping in mind the kind of ramification that the Citizenship Amendment Act 2019 can ultimately unfold, having implication on the whole your socio-political landscape, socio-economic landscape. And another part, again, from the perspective of the concerns being expressed by people across the nation, that is very important. We need to take cognizance of that. And another important aspect, as people belonging to Northeast, we also need to look at the uh, kind of development that's unfolding. What has happened is that uh, people have started looking at the way things have gone post deliberation in the parliament and the subsequent enactment of the act. Somehow BJP has been successful in dividing the Northeast. Not just dividing the Northeast, even within the state, dividing the people, which ultimately doesn't augur well for the region and for the nation. Because the nation, as a nation, we must value the strength that we have drawn from this huge diversity that the nation has. And in fact, that has been seen as an inherent strength of the nation. And how this diversity from the ethnic perspective in the Northeast, again, was something which is unique, exclusive, and simultaneously added strength in building the nation. You know, creating that sense of unity and oneness.
We sincerely thank this government who have been taking a bold decision in passing the resolution in the assembly for the implementation of the ILP in our state. But every one of us know that implementation of ILP will be done unless until we get the approval from the union government. So this is the first step in which the state as a whole, solidarity, we have taken the voice of the people to voice ourselves to the government of India to kindly give us ILP in the state of Meghalaya.
We were very happy with all the 60 MLAs that without any hesitation, all of them are in favor of the ILP, even though the Mukul-led government at that time opposes ILP tooth and nail. And even Conrad Sangma also, when he assumed the office of Chief Minister, he said that ILP is not feasible for the state. Well, under both their leadership, the 60 MLAs unanimously decided to pass a resolution, and the KSU and the other NGOs who are actively fighting for the implementation of ILP are happy that this is one step forward towards implementing ILP. Now we are waiting. This is not the time to celebrate, but actually we should wait from the central government, because now the onus is onto the central government. Give us our ILP or not. The state government has done its job. Now it's time for the central government to give us the demand that we have been so long. It's like an aspiration of the people.